Hello everyone, I'm back with Kitten Space Agency, checking out the newest version, even though I intended to travel to all the planets in the version with the catnip engine. And this allowed me a chance to test whether I could have two parallel installs of Kitten Space Agency, and it seems like I can. So I had just checked out the previous install with the catnip engine and the trip to all the planets. And then that's a version that's 1 month old now, but they've done so many things that I wanted to see what this newer version has. So let's take a look. So there's two different folders with two different Kitten Space Agencies, basically. I do have questions about how much VRAM it actually takes, considering what it tells me here, but we'll just sort of proceed on that for now. Loading music will eventually have to be a thing. I don't know if I should have my own. Oh, that has its own music now. Okay, so there's a new version of the intro that's longer instead of wide, but I think says the same stuff. Yeah, I think it's all the same stuff that we had before. Okay. Now they start us off with a vessel that looks like this instead of how it was before. Staging is now placed on this side and looks different. Unfortunately, I can't clear the 434 second ISP from the thrust weight ratio there, but now our UI panels can be somewhat tweaked. Is one of the features. There we go. So I can have them smaller, which is good because they're too big. Taking up too much space. Let's see if I can get these. I can get in the right spot to actually size it though. Alright, makes me feel a little bit better. Except this Delta V display is still a little bit weird. Or the staging display is a bit weird. Okay, so we have that. Let's see about new parts. As the HUD, I should save current layout. Save current as default, but first let me just save current layout and call it raise. And then save current as default. Okay. Oh, that upper bar hides the top like that. Well, I guess I'll have to scooch them down. Okay, so I guess we still have to go into debug menu editor to see our parts. So booster, well, we have all of these little Sepratron kind of boosters, and then we have segments. So you can have multi-segment boosters. They give you the segments. And then there's the thrust assembly. Interesting. We'll have to see about that. Just one capsule. Still the same over here. Coupling, battery bank, radial battery. Are these like docking ports or not? It says hatch only, but... Oh, wait. No, these are engine plates, so I can barely see what they are, really. We do have trusses. Sort of looks like a docking port. Connections. But it doesn't say anything like that. Add subparts is weird. I don't know what that does, really. Okay. That's peculiar. It does look like a docking port, doesn't it? Oh, well, let's see about the boosters first. Everybody's doing the boosters. Well, that's a small segment. Size D segment. So that's a size E segment and this is a size E thrust assembly. That's a lot of delta V and thrust to weight ratio. It doesn't really tell me anything about its ISP like this. Right? Here we can see the ISP of the engines and the fact that we don't have the catnip engine anymore. But for the boosters, it doesn't say anything like that. Just has the mass. Okay, so with two segments I have 6.86 kilometers per second, 2.2 thrust weight ratio. But with one segment I have 6.53 kilometers per second. We do get an ISP of 289, which is nice. But we don't get more delta V like that, apparently. Yeah, I mean, assuming the delta V reads correctly. Well, let's just fire it and see if I can. Oh, now that I've staged it, it shows 6,530 in fact. There's no actual plume out here when it's in vacuum, I suppose. We can't shut it down. Back. Oh? Why can't we turn... Oh, maybe if I... Ah, that's interesting. If I say shut down, it doesn't control the gimbling anymore. So you have to make sure it says ignite in order to actually use the gimbling to control it. Uh-oh, we're suborbital. Looks like South America. We'll be ending up in Argentina. Or is that going to be Argentina or Bolivia? Or whatever's over here. Maybe Brazil. I don't know. Okay, well, we've used it all on that. But we can still rebuild our craft, so why don't we do that? I think if we're going to land this, we are not going to want the SRB. Because we clearly have no control over it after we ignite it. So, probably I need some RCS. And probably that RCS is not going to use Hydrolox. Well, we can have little spherodoodads. What are these? I don't know, but I guess we can have those too. Fine, MHNTO. Hopefully that's our RCS propellant. It doesn't really say. Well, maybe each one of these. Nope. They really need to work on these menus. I'm not satisfied with that at all. Oh, they have place, translate, rotate, and scale like that instead of the way they had it before. Okay, well, it says we've got 5,280 meters per second in vacuum. Our thrust weight ratio is a problematic 0.9 now, though. We could easily fit two of these engines if they wanted to surface attach. They don't want to surface attach. There's an engine plate here. That's got 4. That's got 2 and some other doodads. That I don't even know what the point is. That's too big. Oh, like sort of go out there. I don't know if they're still full throttleable. Okay, now we'll have enough thrust-weight ratio. Let's see if we can land on the Earth. Somewhere in South America. It says no active... I've pressed spacebar a few times and it says no active engines. Okay, well now it's really no active engines. Why can... Active. Active. Okay, I mean, seems like we've got them. Okay, time warp. Oh, that's a bit choppy. Still doesn't tell me about my RCS propellant consumption as separate from the, you know, the main fuel. Note that the delta V goes up when the RCS puffs. So it is consuming the RCS propellant, I just have no idea how much there is. I don't know if there is enough atmospheric drag to slow me down. I mean, there is drag. But we're not a drag optimized shape. That's a plume. Somewhat detached plume. These don't have very good performance at sea level though, so I don't know if we're going to have enough thrust-weight ratio once we get down there. Well, seems fine for now. But 1.5 is not great. Its control scheme is not ideal. That's a lot of trees. Oh, we're going sideways. Okay. Well, the trees are sort of collidable. This part of the tree is collidable. The top of the tree is not collidable. Right. This is not where I wanted to land. I wanted to land in a place where I could be, like, able to launch something from. This doesn't seem like it's gonna be great for launching something. Anyway, let's take a look at her. We'll put these tanks up so that we can still control like that. Let's just put them at the top. I don't know how many we need since I can't tell how quickly they are depleting. Jewel ball nose. Okay. This is an interesting segment nozzle. This is for like one of those star boosters, you know, the upper stage boosters. Maybe we can have do you want maybe we can have 2 SRB rocket. It doesn't tell me the thrust weight ratio here. That's a lot of thrust actually from that little nozzle. Nozzle area ratio does not seem to actually change the physical nozzle. It does change the curve and the specific impulse. Funny, the specific impulse on this little guy is completely different from with this. I guess we should just slap one of these. Nozzle area ratio 176.5. But let's just have a 2 SRB launch vehicle. Does have the benefit of novelty. And coupling, decoupler. That's too small. That's too big. That's... Oh, we can't... Oh no, we can't stage them one after another. What? Come on. There must be a way. Oh, maybe with these. There's no bottom node. No, what about the Vega rocket? Maybe there's a different kind. Maybe this kind doesn't work, but some other kind will. Oh, this thing has a bottom node. That little nozzle still... this little nozzle has more thrust and worse specific impulse than the big one. Longer burn time, too. Hold on a sec. Let's think about this. So it's telling me that this has a 2-minute burn time, 2 minutes 17 seconds, lower specific impulse, and it gets twice as much thrust as this one. This one over here was this one. Right, let's just bring it up again. You could easily get way too many of these windows. I don't know. I don't know why this has a nozzle ratio of 2.4. I don't know why that has a nozzle ratio of 176.5. I feel like... Yeah, I don't even know what atmospheric pressure it's calculating at. That's a good question too. But most things are stated in vacuum. But yeah, I don't know what it's calculating based on. I don't know why the nozzle ratios are the way they are. Here, let's see. Lower values extend burn time at the cost of thrust and specific impulse. What? It says the nozzle area ratio extends burn time at the cost of thrust and specific impulse. I feel like that's not what nozzle area ratio does. Well, no. Well, if you're saying it's varying the throat size, that's a whole other turkey. If you're varying the throat size, then yeah, then that's right. Then you're losing... I mean, well, the specific impulse would still be sort of detached. It depends how you look at that, but yeah, the thrust would go down there, and the burn time would go up. So yeah, if they're just varying the throat. Okay, let's see if this dual SRB version works. Okay, that's not enough delta V. Now we need more segments here. Wow, now the nozzle area ratio is 1.4. How did it do that? Okay, wait. 7.8. How much can we push this? Well, that's not going to get us to space. I mean, it's not going to get us to orbit. But let's worry about that later. Let's exit editor and let me see. Okay, it's sort of standing partly underground here in the Amazon. I'm gonna claim that this is the Amazon. Amazon launch. And I don't mean Jeff Bezos. Okay, we definitely want to point up. So I can't right click on the engine in the staging. Okay, there's a segment there. Segment there. Active. Okay. Ignite. Alright. How do I steer? Oh. Okay. Let's go this way. Ah! Okay. Oh, no, I don't really want that. It sure stays where you put it, so that's good. This was a secret rainforest launch. I really wish I could use my joystick with this. Oh, that apoapsis is fine. Okay, staging. Staging? No, I want staging. How? Maybe there's another key for staging. I thought spacebar would definitely be the one. I'm just looking for a staging key. Toggle staging window. Nope, I can't click on this and make it happen. Decouple. Well, I guess I can do that. There's a very odd way of making things happen, though. Oh. Well, we're not going to get to orbital velocity. Okay. Well, we're gonna... Wow, it's really chugging, isn't it? I wanted to land over here somewhere. Maybe... I want somewhere to establish... Why don't we just go to Tampico? Back to the Amazon launch.